Hello, everyone. I'm Don Brennan, and thank you for joining us for our first playoff edition of Friday Football Fever, presented by Ingman Marine. Now, our game of the week this week is Riverview in Class 8A taking on Gateway of Kissimmee. And take a look at the Rams getting fired up in the locker room. Yes, all access here at SNN TV. That was before they went into the Ram Bowl. Coming in with the American flag for Veterans Day tomorrow, so a salute to all the veterans from us as well. And we talk a lot about how they would start, and they answer that question very quickly. Jamar Johnson takes a sweep down to the Gateway 5, then Ali Boyce rumbles in to give Riverview a 7-0 lead, just 1:10 into the game. The Rams defense forced a Gateway 3-and-out. Freshman Michael Puda Hayes takes a Arthur Brantley screen pass straight to the house. Rams lead 14-0 early, and that lead can be credited a lot to their defense. You see Dakota Morris with the big sack here for the Rams. But the Panthers would try to get something going. Tyler Tyrell gets them on the board. His fourth down touchdown run there. It was a fourth down. They got in. Riverview, though, could just not stop scoring. Watch this run by Arthur Brantley. Runs, looking to pass. It's like a run-pass option. He eludes the defender and gets into the end zone. The Rams, well, they were looking good, and they come out in the second half, fired up, connect on an onside kick, recover, and then this Brantley pass to Stephon Turner puts the mercy rule into effect, so the clock was running. Riverview wins 60-15 and notched their 10th win of the season, the first time they've won 10 games since 2004, since even before I was here. So what a game tonight. Ben Bobick is at Riverview with a review of our game of the week. Ben?
Thanks, Donnie. We were talking a lot about how Riverview was going to start tonight. It was pedal to the metal from the get-go. They went right down, scored 1 minute and 10 seconds into this ball game, and they didn't look back. All their big-time players were playing. Arthur Brantley had 3 touchdowns through the air, 1 on the ground, a really nice one on the ground too, mind you. Ali Boyce got 3 on the ground. He went untouched up the middle. The Riverview Rams had a lot of success at running a sweep tonight. They're just running all over the Gateway Panthers, and they had the mercy rule in effect in the second half, and they're going to have to go on the road, and it's not going to be this easy next week when they play Vero Beach, because it's the number 2 seed against the 3 seed. But a lot to be proud of tonight. The Riverview Rams got their 10th win for the first time since 2004. Last year was the first playoff win since 2004. This year's the 10th win for the first time since 2004. Now, Coach talked a little bit about Vero Beach next week, now that we can start planning towards them. And they kind of run a little bit of a different style, but I think we'll let him take it away and kind of talk about how they plan on preparing for Vero Beach, a little bit different than they usually do.
No, and at this point of the season, I mean, we are what we are. We're not going to, be able to learn to do anything different. So we're going to do what we've always done. Make sure, I think at this point, preparation, the mental preparation, and just understanding blocking assignments and where to fit on defense is more important than going out there and just beating up each other. So we're going to try to make sure we're healthy and got fresh legs and know our assignments and go over to Vero and see what happens.
All right, thanks to Ben and Lyndon out there, and obviously good luck to Riverview as well. Good job tonight. Now we're going to take a quick time out, but don't worry, we got more high school football highlights, from the first round of the playoffs. A lot of big games tonight, a lot of high-scoring games. So more Friday Football Fever coming up. And don't forget, send us your game day pictures now. Facebook, Twitter, email, @news@snntv.com. Welcome back, everybody. What an amazing night tonight. So let's get right back into the highlights. Amazing things going on in Naples as 7th seed Port Charlotte facing a Naples squad that won 10 straight first-round home playoff games. I remember one of them they didn't win was against Riverview in 2000. one or two, and then look at that, right on the way. Quarterback Kyle Key loses it, and Devon Key scoops it up and scores. Defensive touchdown was the lone score all the way until less than 20 seconds to play. That was for Port Charlotte. Now Naples on 4th and goal at their 12. Jordan Prasad Tyrone nearly sacks, somehow gets this up and heaves it. Tajo Wright catches and extends for the score, and after a Pirates penalty, Bill Kramer, the coach, decided to take the PAT off the board. They go for 2. They don't get it. Port Charlotte thinks, whew, we've got this. They're up 7-6 with just seconds to go, but you know what's coming? Onside kick off the hands of a Port Charlotte player. Naples muffs it. Finally, Donaldson Ulysses comes up with it for the Golden Eagles with 7 seconds left. Naples goes for the kill shot. JPT, the Ruby Theodore, for a 28-yard touchdown. A Hail Mary, unbelievable. Naples stuns Port Charlotte 13-7, and afterwards, 2 very different feelings from the head coaches. Port Charlotte, obviously, crushed as Naples, with the Hail Mary, with no time on the clock, wins it 13-7. An amazing game. Congrats to the Pirates for what a year. Other Pirates had to travel as well. Braden River traveling to South Fort Myers, not nearly as far as Naples. They took on Sammy Watkins' alma mater on the first round of the playoffs tonight, and the Pirates came in confident. Deshaun Fenwick going to take the opening kickoff, and there he goes. Goes out to the right, going to go down the sideline. Over 70 yards, he takes the opening kick for a touchdown. That's the way to start a game, baby. Got to jumpstart that bad boy, and then it was Braden Rivers' defense with a sack. So they get the ball back rather quickly, they do. So this was an offensive and defensive juggernaut tonight, and it's Fenwick again for the long carry, taking it all the way to pay dirt. Put the Pirates up 14-0 on the road. Look how much he's run already. That guy's got to be in shape. He's got to be good respiratory, that's for sure. A lot of that, a lot of cardio going on. And it's another sack for Braden Rivers. Chase Knopf going to come in and take out the quarterback for the Wolfpack. QB goes down. He must go down hard. Braden River, well, they would get it back again. And it's Fenwick time again. This time, well, he just barrels in. That was a short TD run for him. You know, he already ran about 150 yards on those other 2 touchdowns. But Wolfpack defense starts to gain momentum after a completed pass. Cameron Crawford strips the ball for the touchdown. But they are unable to get a touchdown out of the turnover. No worries, because Braden River wins this game, and they advance to take on, well, we'll tell you who they're going to take on in a little bit, but they win this game big, and they advance. We'll be back with more highlights coming up after this. Welcome back, everybody. Now, before we get back to football, just a reminder that the Venice High School volleyball team takes on St. Thomas Aquinas in Venice tomorrow at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so go support the Indians. In the state semifinals, winner goes to the finals, obviously. Now, their football-playing brethren, the Indians, were doing back handsprings to being in the playoffs. They were so excited to see Clay Burton with Javon Hiley, you know, the old and the new. No offense there, Clay. St. Pete started with the ball, and it might have been their best drive as Darrell Kelly goes 30 yards to the 25, but the drive stalled with nothing to show for it. Venice's second drive began. This Brandon Gregory gets flipped, but he's got presence of mind to know he didn't go down, so he keeps going and picks up 15 yards and the first down. What a run. What a smart play. Gets flipped over, but never touched the ground. That began what this play would end. Bryce Carpenter, Damian Brown, who fights through to the end zone, 7-0 Indians. Now, after that first drive, the Green Dragons could get nothing. Riley Pracher envelops Brown and shuts it down. Yes, indeed, it rhymes too. Next drive, Carpenter goes to his favorite target, Hiley, for a 13-0 Indians lead, and they're still in the first quarter. The only thing they didn't do really was on that first drive. I think they were 3 and out with 2 yards lost. And the Green Devils, they get a big play here as Jalen Williams, the quarterback, puts it way up for Bryce Green. The Dragons were breathing fire. They were looking like they might have something. So they go to that play, the same play, next play, but went to the well one too often, and Noah Carr intercepts. He also had a big punt block later, too. The ensuing drive is Carpenter on the run. He's going to throw behind Zach Fryer, but Fryer reaches back, grabs it, and he gets inside the 15 to set up a nice Carpenter keeper. Carpenter going to keep it himself. He goes in for the score for the touchdown. The 2-point conversion was good. The Indians were up 21-0 midway through the second quarter, and they would get the ball right back. Again, Carpenter thrown, but Anthony Johnson Jr. there to intercept it after he tips it. But after Carr blocked the punt, Brandon Gregory gets the call and makes it count right here. 28-0. The Indians win, or they were up, and they win 48-13. So they'll be taking on Braden River next week in a big head-to-head matchup. Now the Palmetto Tigers traveling to Largo to play Pinellas Park. Did you catch that banner? Read, search Google and can't find any competition. Oh, sure you can. Well, the Pats come out firing. Sophomore quarterback Brandon with the nice spiral. The sophomore Derek Bryant lowers his shoulder and he is into the end zone. Pinellas Park was up, and it's Derek Monster Bryant again after fake. So we lost it. So good, they finally found it. He shows off his speed down the sidelines. Pinellas Park was up 14-0, but the Palmetto Tigers offense says, hello there. Anthony Marino to Johnny Jones, who cuts into the end zone. Tigers touchdown. The Tigers advance with a 28-24 win on the road. Congratulations to them. Manatee and Kissimmee, the Cowboys lost in the first round last year, but have a 24-game regular season win streak going back to 2015. Early on, Kane snapped the ball over the punter's head. Rule book says that's a safety. Osceola gets 2 points and the fumble, obviously. Ensuing possession, Braxton Jones runs faster than everyone. In a white shirt, that's for sure. 9-0 Cowboys. They would just keep it going. Next up, Osceola, Malcolm Davidson running the other way. They had a bunch of guys going. They had a bunch of guys all year, 100-yard rushers all the time. The Cowboys go on to win it and beat Manatee, knocking Manatee out of the playoffs and ending their season 44-16. That was all she wrote. All right, St. Stephen's Falcons are 1 win away from going to another state final and 2 wins away from repeating as state champions in the Sunshine State Athletic Conference. They play at home Saturday night in the state semifinals against Jupiter Christian. The winner goes to the state championship game Saturday, the 18th of November, next Saturday. Up next, the regional semifinals next week, thanks to Ingman Marine, our fearless sponsor, and also to Joey D's Chicago-style eateries, 4 locations on the Suncoast. They keep feeding the crew every Friday night, and thanks to everybody who worked on the show.